Hi everyone. We're talking about the external factors which affect the business organization, and the external factors we already have in my first session. In that video, we talk about the social factors and the technological factors which affect the business organization. So today we are going to find out mainly the environmental factors which affect the business organization. And environmental factors, you can see the mainly talking about the natural environment, like mainly the organizations are business environment, not only business, everyone, all of us, you and me also, everyone actually always you can see this environmental factors have huge impact for our lives, like global warming, habitat destruction, resource depletion, like that we're talking about like an environmental way, how these kind of factors or features are impacted to our lives and also business management. Especially you can see nowadays everyone because of the pandemic thing also that's coming on the environmental factor, right? So because of that, you can see viruses and pandemics, everything, some small things, even the things that we cannot see to our eye, it's impacted to everyone, right? So millions of transactions, millions of lives, it has affected this small thing, virus attacks. Global warming, we talk about the global warming when the because of the ozone layer, because of the damages happened to the ozone layer, the radio the burn, the glaciers and everything are melting as a result of this huge rays of the sun. As a result of that, the global warming has a huge impact on not only the business world, to entire this geography of the world. Many government are becoming increasing concerned about this global warming thing. As a result of that, may affect the weather patterns also. You can see climate changes, weather patterns, and increase in the sea levels, and also some of the greenhouse gases, right, such as carbon dioxide, right, because the contribute the global warming. You can see now the refrigerators sometime from that. So those days the gases came called CFC, carbon chlorofluoro gas. Now they are producing that thing gases like from coming from air conditions, everything CFC free, because CFC, carbon chlorofluoro, and carbon dioxide, these gases will can damage the ozone layer and can increase the global warming. So now all the business organizations now actually they are not producing everything eco, right? CFC free gases, and also economic development means that the car ownership and the air travel increases. As a result of that, emission from the cars and aircrafts also add to global warming. But you can see the couple of now years, like about more than 1 year now, the transportation and the air travel, what happened, dropped suddenly. So is it good or bad to the world? This is, I think, it is a blessing for the global warming, because it is a blessing for the world, because now we don't have that much of transportation, because online education, online people are working from home. As a result, a lot of transportation requirements drop. Otherwise, daily basis, you're also traveling. I'm also traveling. Now, no one traveling. We all always working from home. And as a result of that, what happened? The emission of carbon dioxide from our vehicles going down, especially airlines also same, aircraft, the number of aircraft they're traveling actually very go down. So that industry was in a threat. But normally from environmental side, this is good thing happen, right? So indirectly the world, on the one hand the humanity was actually challenging, but on the other hand environmental thing, this is actually a good thing for environment. You can see habitat destruction is another thing that we talk on the business. How this can be happen to the business world. Habitat destruction means all the biodiversity, not only the trees, not only the animals, everything. The wildlife habitat spoils the natural environment, right? That means you can see that some business development destroy the wildlife habitat and spoils the natural environment. For example, around the one half of the forests that once covered the planet are now gone, right? Those days, like a 50% of the planet was covered by forests, but now it's gone. And forests are important for the survival of the planet. Like forests are like a lungs, like we can see the Amazon forest is like a lungs of the world. Like that, these are really important for the human and the mankind. At least 120 out of to 620 living, the can see the primate species will be extinct in the next 10 to 20 years. That's the prediction. Many of the species are under threat, such as tigers, mountain gorillas, and pandas, like that. You can see so many things are there. Why? Because on the other hand, the increasing number of population of humans, so they need places, they need locations. So, and on the other hand, as a result of that, ever increasing the population, there is no enough lands, there is no enough properties, there is no, as a result of the what happened, the destruction of the wildlife is the best solution at that time. But what happened to the wildlife? What happened to the animals? What happened to the ecosystem? What happened to that balance of that system? It's gone. So that's why sometimes people want to create infrastructure, roads, highways, and apartment projects, business, the factories, everything, but you have to destroy the environment. So the nature always, we have to see when you're building that highways and everything, always you have to damage is there for the environment. But sometimes economic activities as a result of this, you have to find out what kind of benefit is there for the economy, what kind of benefit is there for the humans as a result of it. But we have to balance it, the habitat destruction. We can't stop this, but normally we have to control this in a sustainable way, right? Okay, the third one we're talking is here the resource depletion. The resource depletion say the in addition to the loss of forest, many other resources are risk of running out, like oil, coal, gas, minerals are non-renewable resources and therefore cannot be replaced. There are two kind of resources are there, renewable and non-renewable. The renewable resources are normally we can like say trees, and we can some like water and trees and timber, everything we can actually renewable because we can trade it again. But not the mineral resource. It will take millions of years to create that thing naturally. Oil, coal, gas, minerals are non-renewable resources. Therefore, cannot be replaced. Because of this, business development gathers pace. These resources are depleted. Fish stocks are falling. The world's marine catch increased from 18.5 million tons to 1950 to 82.5 million tons in 1992. Right? This huge growth is threatening millions of people who depend the fishing of their lives. As a result, you can see now this pandemic also caused to reduce the activities of marine activities also. Nowadays you can see the oil spill, everything was reduced as a result of that. The fish harvest and everything increasing. The impact on the marine activities also gone down. And other environmental factor, final one, the fertile soil which is needed to grow food is being lost now. The loss is caused by deforestation, poor farming practices, overgrazing, and increasing size of urban areas and land pollution. Sometimes because of factories, the using so many the chemicals, and sometimes can be say pesticide. It can be due to the they're using so many fertilizer, artificials, chemicals. Because of that, the fertility of the land, the soil is gone now. As a result of that, now the land and everything is no more useful for the harvesting and agricultural purposes because of the human activities, right? So we have another like a thing called sustainable development. Sustainable development is a solution for all of these things. We have to, when you're working with the environment, we have to negotiate with the environment. We have to always have a discussion with the environment, right? If you talk about the ancient time, the people actually, our ancient ancestors, they have a good relationship, they have good communication with the nature, they have good communication with the environment. That is called the sustainable development. While they are satisfying their needs and wants, they do actually, they don't go to harm the environment, and they have some kind of good connection with the natural environment. They know they damage the environment a little bit, but at the same time they actually cultivate or other thing also. They only go only for their sufficient only. But nowadays, because of the commercialization, the industrialization, people want to damage the entire forest, then they want to destroy the full forest without thinking about the future generation. So sustainable development means idea that people could satisfy their basic needs and enjoy the improved living standard without compromising the quality of life of the future generation. Right? We should go to the Niagara Falls, but we should watch this and we should preserve that Niagara Falls for the future generation, right? And we should go to Amazon forest, we should go to Singharaja forest, we should go to here the any any garden or any forest. We should enjoy, we should satisfy, we should go and we should travel, we should satisfy our current needs and wants, but somehow we should protect that thing for the future generation as well, right? That's the meaning of the sustainable development. As a consumer, we have to participate for that. For example, when you go to some place, some forest, right? What happen if you throw out plastic bottles, polythene bags, and everything, and come destroy it and come? Then what happen when you go next time? The future generation go next time. Then what happen? They can see your remaining the polythene, plastic bottles, everything, not the natural beauty. So polythene and plastic, and you can see the main pollution thing. You can see there is no natural beauty in that uh, area. So sustainable development, many government are promoting the idea of sustainable development. This means that the people could satisfy their needs and enjoy better living standards without doing so. So in this way, they can reduce the quality of life of the future generation and business development, and denies the future generations of resources. It is not sustainable. This means that the use of resources by business and consumers need to be reduced. We should reduce things. Like overconsumption is the main reason. A lot of people are what happen. They are very stingy. They want more money. To make more money, they destroy more forest. They cut down more trees. They are not thinking about the future generation. Even trolling, even fishing practices, also illegal fishing practices are there. Right? When you're fishing, what happen? You should keep some kind of a small fish for the future. Only you can catch the big fish. But normally, people what they are using like a fishing net like mosquito nets. And what happened? Taking all the fish showers out of the sea, then there is nothing for the future generation. There is no sustainable development. As a result of that, you can see there is no sustainability right now. As a result, this means the use of the resources by businesses and consumers need to be reduced. And if business take a sustainable approach, they will also find it easier to comply with regulations, reduce the cost, improve the image, and increase the profit. These are the main reasons, guys. Sustainability is really important. We can go for like an environmental way, 3R method, 3R method: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce the polythene, reduce the plastic, reuse that thing, and recycling. Reducing, reuse, and recycling is the main method of how you can become more environmental friendly way a business management. Like a lot of organization nowadays thinking like that aspect. Eco thing, we can say that, not using polythene. Also, a lot of businesses may going into like a paper bags system because easily it's environmental friendly, easily decompose, easily recyclable than polythene and plastic, right? So as a result of this, you can see the future, what are the trends happen as a result. This is the most important thing, because businesses are treating how they treat environmental friendly, because environmental is a kind of like a very important stakeholder, right? We have to deal with the environment very well in wise way, because environment, they're not asking profit from us, they're not asking salary, they're not asking wages, but they're asking only a fair treatment for them, right? These animals, they can't talk, they can't walk, they can't vote for you, for the government, for elections, like humans. Therefore, whatever always political party, they're thinking about only about the human, because we are the one they're voting and we are the one who's selecting them, not the animals, not the trees. But that's why they're actually going to, they're not thinking about the environment, they're not thinking about the beauty. But a lot of government these days have become very responsible. As a result, you can see these 4 items, the four uh, environmental issues they covered by a number of ways. Their business respond in different ways to cover these issues. Resource depletion, they could design the packaging that can be reuse or recycle packaging system, and use more energy efficient equipment or renewable energy sources. More energy efficient equipment or more energy renewable sources they are using, like solar power, or sometimes they're using sometimes electricity without using mineral resources. And also explore ways of selling waste and other businesses by product. Explore ways of selling waste to other businesses as a byproduct. And also reduce business travel and use of video conferencing for meeting. Because of the COVID-19, actually fourth one we have to do, because it's become a must. It's not a choice, it is a must. You can see the last one, reducing the business traveling and video conferencing. I think that's why the environment given us a good opportunity to think about it again. I think this system, this the new initiations, I think, because we had to do this because of the COVID-19, but we should actually, I believe this should be continued. These new practices should be continued. Actually, the organizations now right now thinking about that, because a lot of overhead costs they can actually reduce, the electricity cost and the transportation costs. So many things they can reduce as a result of these new initiations, new technology. So why we are not using this thing right in future, right? I think it's a good opportunity to, right, about to reflect ourselves. We're thinking about the environmental thing, right? You can see this electric vehicle case study. In this vehicle case study, also they say about the good initiation by the business to use EVs. A lot of business world, like nowadays, they are moving the vehicle industry to electrical vehicle. You can see the recently the richest person in the world, Elon Musk. right, is mainly working on this project because making Tesla vehicles fully electric vehicles, Tesla vehicles using electric power and fully technological, like high-tech vehicles. So first question they're asking, describe two external factors that have contributed to development of the EVs. Yes, because of the environmental pollution and also because of the pressure of the government to reduce the emissions of the global warming. This is the main reason why they want to go. And also not only that, the mineral resources, the oil actually going to vanish from the earth in from few years. That's the main reason they went to alternative things. And also, what are the advantages of EVs for consumers? Give at least two advantages in the analysis. EV is good for consumers. Why? Is on the one hand, actually consumers it will be low cost because only electrical charge from one recharge you can like a 4 hours, and you can drivers can go right more than 100 kilometers, 170 kilometers you can actually go in the EV in one charge. So it's actually compared to petrol fuel cars, fuel may only cost like a so actually, this is 20 times less, 20 times less than the normal petrol and diesel vehicles. EVs are cheaper in that way. And also, another benefit for consumer is normally it is actually environmental friendly. So as a result of that, this sometimes government actually reducing the taxes also. Sometimes the vehicle cost prices can be go down as a result of that compared to the normal traditional vehicles. Okay, so there is that kind of a questions are really interesting, guys. So now we have a very good idea about the how to deal with the environmental thing. So main point that we have to concern here is mainly how to deal with the environmental thing, global warming thing. Talk about that, and we talk about the habitat destruction thing, the issue of habitat destruction, the issue of resource depletion. These are the main three environmental thing. Also, sustainable development concept also we talk about satisfying the current needs and wants while you're thinking about the future generation. Also, that's this definition is really important. Please keep in mind that definition. Okay, right. Let's move on to the other part of the lesson, the political environment that we're talking about, the political side of the business impact. We call the political environment, right? So you can see now what is political environment. Politics means everywhere. You can see like the political environment has caused so many uh, involvements and so many issues and so many right really right for decision making, for business work, for the business management. Politics is really important thing. You can see some part of the world are politically unstable, right? Unstable areas are there. Sometimes you can see some parts of the world, like say Syria, and sometimes some parts of the country, like those days used to do in like a some Iraq, Iran, something like some Afghanistan, something like some areas is always there. Some like war zones are there, right? So this, as a result, is what happened. There is no chance of doing business, even no chance of survival sometimes. So who responsible for this? Political parties, politics only. So there is a pressure group. We're talking about this. There is a huge tense going on these countries actually, like Syria, Western Turkey, Iraq, Libya. Like you can see that political instability you can see in these nations, like in 2016, like 4 years ago. However, political factors can also influence the business in stable democratic countries. Also, activism pressure groups can also play a role in influencing the business activity. Some example of political factors you can see, like European Union, Brexit, that's already happened. Now Brexit, the UK is no more a part of the European Union. And also 2016, you can see UK voted to leave the European Union, and then that as Brexit they call. And as a result, what happened? There are so many impacts are there for the business world as a result of that, right? And also the first point talking about the Greece thing. The Greece there's a financial crisis were there. The disrupted financial market created a great deal of uncertainty in the eurozone, the economy of the Greece, and also European Union, the Brexit decision. And also third one, they say the issue of national security become priority of some government, like they're giving some restriction of movements of good and some bans. You can see there was a time there was a like a US-China trade war, right? They are doing different things. Donald Trump versus Chinese government, but now the Donald Trump has to go within another 1 week. Then Joe Biden will come. They are coming to power, and then we'll see under new president what the government of USA are standing now. The main issue, the main challenge nowadays, how to get rid of this COVID-19. That's the main issue. Their government nowadays they are focusing because it's like become a global pandemic, like a global recession, and pressure groups such as ASH and aims to eliminate the harm done by smoking, right? For after business. Not only this, there are so many pressure groups are there. Like you can see the uh, Greenpeace organization for environmental protection. This is another example called ASH for smoke prevention. Like they wanted to eliminate the harm done by smoking in the world. Like that, they are doing the information spreading from website, and they do some kind of this is called the lobbying case. That lobbying, they go and then they pressure their attention to the government. They release it. They say, don't do this, don't sign this agreement. If you do this thing, we are going to protest this like that. Right now, Sri Lanka also, you can see there is a like that kind of a tense is going on in Sri Lanka also. Because now the Sri Lankan government also now they have a plan. They are going to some kind of they do some kind of they allow some kind of a foreign investment to come to Sri Lanka. They're going to open the Sri Lankan economy for foreign investors. They're going to sell our some kind of properties such as harbour, Colombo Harbour, and you can see the Hambantota Harbour already that gone and they like that. So like a economic most important economic centers of the country. They are sometimes they are going to. That's why the threat pressure group they are thinking about this the country because political leaders are there just a temporary leaders of this country. Any country because their term will be like 5 years, right? Maximum 5 years, 4 years, 6 years. But what about the future generations? Their one signature, one decision will have long-term impact. They have long-term impact for all of us, for your life and my life and all of us. That's why this sometimes wrong political decision should be stopped, right? It's wrong political decision, some is good political decision, we should encourage them. So that's why some leaderships are there. The leadership things really important. So government mean the politics mean really important because that decide all of our lives. Because the political leader can create a war and peace, both of everything, right? So as a result of this, you can see the pressure groups, everything have some kind of like a power of influencing the government to stop something, to discourage something like that. So and also finally, the new government might be elected. They will sometimes very pro business. They like to help the business. So sometimes they might discourage. They're anti business. Sometimes pro business. This might encourage people to become entrepreneurs. It might also mean that the more foreign investment might be attracted, right? That's a business-friendly economic policy sometimes can be implemented by the government. So that's all about. So today lesson we talk about mainly 2 points: environmental impact and also the political impact. So on the environmental impact, we talk about main three things: resource depletion, and also the destruction of wildlife, and also the global warming activities we talk about. And not in order to reduce that thing, what we have to do, we have to do sustainable development concept. We have to go sustainable development concept that everyone follow. That means we can convert our lifestyle to environment friendly approach like that. Without transporting, without traveling, business can have the online meetings like this, and also without actually you can see the global warming, the without using the plastic and polythene, we can reduce the usage of plastic polythene, reuse that thing, recycle that thing, and we can go to alternative things like paper bags and all, and alternative use of power methods such as solar system, solar power method we are using right now. As a result of that, we can make a wonderful world. And finally, in the political world, in the political arena, talk about main things such as happen in the political in the world, some the Brexit decisions, and also this already Brexit happened, and also the economic recessions can be happened, uncertain in the financial markets in different countries, and also the activities of the national security problems in some countries created by the government and the tension in that countries, and also putting some kind of like a we call embargoes and sanctions, like a restriction for the trade, like barriers for free trade. These things done by this world politics. Because in globalization lesson also I have clearly mentioned that to flourish the globalization, the government should be committed. The government should be committed. As a result of this, you can see the pressure groups and everything. You can see another a lot of pressure groups are there in every country. So one example given in this text was ASH. So like that. So this is for good cause only they are having these pressure groups, not for a bad cause. So environment must be like, especially politics, I mean elections also sometimes their policies regarding the business is really important, business management. the decisions taken by the leaders are really have important for all of us. Therefore, when evaluating the questions, either political environment or natural environment, you have a huge impact. Okay, so that's all my lesson. So today my summarize is the end of this lesson. So let's move on to some kind of MCQ question, quick MCQ questions. So everyone, if you are watching my video, you can use the chat line and you can use the right commenting bar, and you can communicate with me. So anyone can answer this question, right? So first question I'm asking from this uh, environmental question. Question number one: which of these is external factors is likely to help to reduce the production cost? Which of these external costs is likely to help reduce the production cost? Social, political, environmental, technological. Which cost? Which of these external factors are likely to help reduce the production cost? Okay. Production cost is mainly coming with the, yes, good answers. Okay, answers are flooding. The answers is correct. Yeah, everyone giving the correct answer. Wow. Technological environment. Very good. D is the correct answer. Because of technology only we can reduce the production cost. Okay, everyone give the correct answer. Second question. Which of the following is a possible social factor that might affect the business? Possible social factor that might affect the business. Social factor: attitude towards savings, industrial actions by employees, global warming, the development of water powered cars. So we talk about these two actually environmental factor. They're asking social factor. Social factor. So answers are flooding. Yeah, correct answer I think given by few students this time. Yeah, correct answer is social factor is B. Yeah, I think few students get the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Correct. Industrial actions by employees, because this is a social factor, like strikes and everything. The people are working and they wanted to sometimes negotiate with them, and then there's like a social factor. The organization that sometimes they are, as I told you, social, environmental. They have so many impacts are there. So this is one of the B is the correct answer. Third one, the information of a pressure groups campaigning for a manufacturer to use less sugar in product, that is example of which type of factor? Less sugar. You can see now in like a lot of soft drinks bottle they have a sugar label. Ne? Red color means high sugar, ne? Orange color means medium sugar, like that. So which environment this? Okay, answers are coming from different students. Okay, this answer comes under pressure groups campaigning for manufacturing. Pressure groups coming under political environment. Answer is D. Yeah, answer given by a lot of students. Correct answer is D, political environment. Okay, and the last question: a rise in the number of retired people making themselves available for work is an example of which factor? Right, because of the lack of labor supply, we have to call sometimes retired people also. You can come and work like part-time workers. So part-time workers coming under. Talk about this. So this is trend of, yeah, a lot of people get the answer. Correct answer is C. Yeah, well done my guys, well done my students. So C is the correct answer, social factor. Okay, so this is the end of another session, right? So I'll summarize the lesson again. We talk about in this lesson mainly the political factors, environmental factors, technological factors, and also the social factors. Even large business or small business, there are so many impacts are there. Business of all sizes can be affected by external factors like unexpected fall in oil prices. Even pandemic case, I think this when the printing side of the textbook, the pandemics are not there, but everyone can identify the is COVID-19 case actually have impact on all of us. So for all of us, so like that, not only one country, the entire world is affected. As a result of this, you can see small business or large business, everyone have some kind of a impact on these external factors, because this is not can't control by anyone, right? So that's thing. So we'll talk about this thing. So there is a furthermore like a possible questions are there. So from next session we'll see you again or how to do this possible questions and everything regarding to this. From that I'm winding my this session. Then see you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Comment if you have any question and doubt. Please comment under that video. And also don't forget to subscribe, and you can put the if you want you can put the press the bell button. You can get all my new latest updates, latest videos and everything, then you can receive. So all the videos before the people who are preparing for mock exams, IGC exams, so all my videos and everything you can watch everything. If you have any doubts, I'm always waiting to give you answers for your questions. If you have any doubt regarding this video, put some kind of comments. Everything are welcome, and I can when I can come to your comments, I can attend to those questions. So then from that time, winding up this session. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, sir.
Thanks, sir.